If you're keeping up with this whole tick situation, I got something I want to show you. Now, if anybody's questioning this whole thing, it's very real. It's happening worldwide, and these ticks are carrying diseases with them. Especially Lyme disease, and now alpha-gal syndrome that makes you allergic to red meat.
A new summer health alert tonight about a rare red meat allergy linked to ticks.
Which is making us look at this guy because of his research and his charge for lab-grown meat companies. But another big part of this whole conspiracy, one of the main things that brought these ticks to everybody's attention was the claim that they were finding boxes of ticks at farms in Missouri.
What's the end of the day with this whole tick thing? These boxes of ticks. What I want to know is, why are people finding boxes of ticks on their farmland, specifically large farms with cows, sheep?
I personally haven't been able to find any evidence of these recent boxes of ticks. And I've heard it all. Large groups of ticks is called boxes. There's bait boxes for ticks. That's probably what they're finding. And okay, but how come there's no farmers speaking up? Well, I think I found the answer to that. In my past video, I introduced people to this guy, Howard Ricketts. This is the guy that first discovered that things can go from ticks to human beings. He was studying Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and that's what he found could be transmitted. Then they got rid of him. Now the place he made that discovery was this place, Rocky Mountain Labs, which Bill Gates funds a bunch of research there. After they got rid of Howard here, this guy, Clarence Birdseye, continued the research on spotted fever. In his efforts to better understand the wood tick, he would shoot wild game and rodents and then collect the ticks off them and research them. Said he collected 4,500 ticks and froze them. Now he went from studying things like Rocky Mountain spotted fever and ticks to being one of the leads currently in frozen foods. Especially here in the Northeast, Birdseye is his brand. He's actually involved in many different products that have to do with frozen foods today. But anyway, because of this man's research, there was a tick outbreak in Texas, part of the whole controversial past of the Rocky Mountain Labs. Ticks were killing off cattle and spreading disease, so the federal government ordered all the farmers that they had to dip their cattle in this arsonogenic solution that they provided.
When Texas tick fever overtook Louisiana cattle herds in the 1920s, the federal government banned beef shipments from leaving the state. Extension provided scientific and practical solutions, leading the legislature to pass a law requiring producers to build and use dipping baths to kill ticks.
And if they didn't do so, allegedly, the chief of police said that if they didn't comply, ticks would be brought to their land by the stock, and the neighbors would be checked to having it located there. So in other words, we'd flood your farm with ticks, and you and your neighbors would have to deal with it. That's real interesting considering that was from 1913. Before I go, this guy and the whole frozen food thing just doesn't sit right with me. I say one of the only ways to get Lyme disease is for a tick to be in your body for 24 hours. In humans. But how come in cattle it can be found in blood, milk, fetal tissue, and it can survive if it's frozen in milk as well? That's weird, isn't it? Y'all stay safe.